consulting civil and structural engineering practice. Majority of our work's within the rail industry, bridges in particular. We also work on building structures, do a lot of temporary works, river and canal works, geotechnical works, so a whole range of engineering disciplines, I suppose. One of the biggest issues we're having before we're using Precision Plus was having to try and monitor projects. As well as the hand filled in timesheets, we'd also collate a lot of this data on Excel spreadsheets, trying to pull all that information on individual projects and then obviously the business as a whole. Double or even triple entry was what was happening previously before we had this system. I also don't have to nag staff for timesheets and hours. Because everyone has their own logins and we can all access the same information simultaneously, people have a much greater awareness of not only the projects they're working on, but also what other team members are working on within the office. And we're also getting people coming up and asking those questions rather than having, say, weekly resource meetings.
I like to keep an eye on what's going on, so this gives me an overview to see how projects are running. The dashboard that gives us an instant update of where we are and how the projects are running.
It's more tangible now to see how you fit in the whole business, but also being engineers who love numbers and data, having like dashboards available to them, that excites people, in its own right. A lot of time we wouldn't be to the end of the project that we'd realise we're working at a loss or working close to cost. Because it's real time, you can see where the budget, or where we've mispriced jobs, for example, or where we're eating into too much of the budget, and you can make changes much more quickly now. We can also set it up so that any time booked to certain projects can actually be put through an approval process, which is very useful when you're dealing with overtime, say claims, or weekend type works.
It also means that the engineers and project managers will have a better idea of how efficient their projects are at each stage, and I think that will give them a better understanding when they can come to price the next project of a similar nature.
The biggest positive for me is just how simple and intuitive it is. I think we did the initial training in a couple of hours, we were up and running and ready to go. But to actually have the imagery and the videos there, you're seeing someone work through the screens that you're seeing on yourself, which makes it much easier to follow, much easier to implement yourself. The business is growing and expanding, and it's another reason why we went for Precision Plus. We did the research. There was a lot of architectural firms and engineering consultancies which had Precision Plus installed. We have that much more powerful project management tool linked in with the accounts package.
It was a recommendation from our new accountant. He managed to convert the directors in a meeting he had back in January, and they said this is the package we've got to go with.